and welcome. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to show you some Asian snacks that I purchased. These snacks came from a website that my sister-in-law introduced me to. She is from Southeast Asia, and she is always looking for good deals to get the flavors and tastes of home. And as I've mentioned before, I lived in China for 2 years, so I was excited at the prospect of finding some Chinese snacks that I hadn't had in a long time. So I purchased these a while ago. I don't fully remember what I bought. I will say one of my main goals was finding snacks that had black sesame. Black sesame is it's a dessert filling in East Asia. It is sweet because they add sugar. It's kind of like peanut butter, I guess, in that it has that bit of like protein feeling to it. It's a different flavor, obviously, but that's sort of what I would liken it to, is peanut butter. And for some reason, in the US, it's fairly easy. It's not that easy, but it's easier to find like red bean flavored desserts. Sometimes mung bean or taro is pretty easy, just purple yam. But black sesame is just not easy to find, and it's my favorite. I think I also got a couple of other things, so let's see what I purchased. I wanted to try a bunch of different things to see what I liked, and then I could stock up if anything was really good. Okay, so right away you can see that there's a lot of snacks in here. On the top, we have milk tea. In the US, sometimes we call this bubble tea or boba tea. Milk tea by itself doesn't necessarily have the pearls in it or the tapioca bubbles. So, you can buy it with the bubbles, and in the US, that's normally how it's served. But the drink itself is just milk tea, and you can buy these packets, and this is, they call them sticks, but I'm guessing they're plastic packets that have a powder inside, kind of like hot chocolate in the US. So, like hot chocolate, you make some hot water and put in the powder, and then it's milk tea. But I have a secret. Both with hot chocolate powder and milk tea, the far superior way of making it is not with hot water. Even though the packet already has like powdered milk in it, if you dump one of these sticks or packets into hot milk, it is so much tastier. It is so much better. It's delicious. Where I lived in China, there was fresh hot milk every day. There was a guy with a cart, and in the back of his cart was a big metal tin full of hot milk. And then you could get in line and buy it by the cupful, was usually how he doled it out. So we had a big metal ladle. He'd scoop up milk, and if he just wanted it to drink, he'd put it in a bag with a straw. And I would bring, I bought hot chocolate packets when I was in Korea from an international store. So I would bring those hot chocolate packets, and it was the most decadent Swiss Miss I have ever had. I mean, it really bumped it up to just be like a thick, delicious dessert drink. So then I started doing it with milk tea packets, and for all that it was, you know, not fresh milk tea, it was just the cheapo packets. It tasted delicious. So that's my trick for you. If you like milk, and if you like milk tea, you probably do. It's way better if you put it in like hot, real milk. I'm very excited for this. Okay, next, let's look at these. I don't remember buying these. I'm trying to think. Ox tongue shaped cake. Yeah, this is cow tongue. Being is round pastry object, so in this case cake. It can also mean like pancake. I think that's not a lot more information, is it? Every great moment comes with Dao Xiangcun. Yeah. The brand. I think these are sweet. I know you're not gonna believe me because it's ox tongue, but I really think that's just the shape. And this is sort of like a flaky pastry. It's not sugared, but the inside, I think, will be sugared. And it will be like a dry, sweet paste, probably made of fruit. I'm not totally certain. And there are, here we go, ingredients. Well, that's not helpful at all, is it? Salt, spices, scallion, food additives, and edible flavor. Okay, I'm no longer convinced that it is sweet. It has sugar, it also has salt, but it has scallions or green onions in it, which generally don't scream dessert to me. I look forward to eating one of these and finding out what on earth it is. Ooh, this one's heavy. So these are Dragon Boat Festival foods, which is in the summer. You can see it through the side here. I'm a little curious how they've kept these like good, because you normally buy them fresh. And so you have this rice that sticks together. It normally has some sort of like syrup or something that makes it a little stickier. It's not like the sticky rice you find in Laos, for example. And then it has some sort of a filling. I don't think this is the filling I got. I'm guessing the one that I got would have dates in it. But this says egg and meat. Dragon Boat Festival happens in the summer. I am very confused by this because this is not the flavor I would have purchased for myself. The ones we had were always date flavored. Where I lived, it was famous for dates or jujubes. Little fruits that were delicious, and they would dry them and put them in these zongizi. Interesting. I guess I'll find out. Now this is not like Japanese onigiri. It is a slightly different shape. It's still a triangle, but the outside is not an edible seaweed. It is an inedible leaf, and I don't remember what plant the leaf comes from, but you're not supposed to eat it. Okay, this one. This is the most promising one. And I see I bought 2 of them because it's the most promising in terms of having really good sesame in it. So this in the center here is black sesame paste, and then it's in a sort of bun. I think the outside is more of a green tea. I think this one came from Taiwan, so it's a slightly different flavor than what I'm used to. I think I could be wrong. Oh, it's green rice roll. So it might not be a green tea flavor. I'm not really sure what the outside's gonna be, but it is very, it's pretty, right? It's interesting looking. They look kind of mushy, because this is made of rice. It's gonna be not quite mochi, but a kind of mushy situation, probably a little sticky. The sesame paste is definitely very gloppy, so that's the sort of texture you can expect from these guys, and I am very optimistic that this will have the black sesame I've been craving. Okay, this one just kind of looked interesting. It says it's mini peanut butter black sesame bars. I'm not totally certain what kind of bar they mean by this. It also, the packaging doesn't look very, this looks, I mean, almost looks American, but that could just be, you know, their advertising. Let's see, Numa means daughter and mother in Chinese because our story started when my mom made her favorite childhood candies from Asia to help me satisfy my sweet tooth in a healthier manner. Mini PB black sesame bars are inspired by crispy Asian peanut candy. We crush and roast fresh peanuts and black sesame, then lightly sweeten for a highly satisfying smooth and nutty crunch. Happy crunching, Joyce and Jane, you and Ma. So I've had those peanut butter candies. They are good, they are crunchy, and so yeah, I was assuming this would be like those, but also with black sesame. So it's not quite the sweet I was looking for, but I think this might be really delicious. I'm excited to find out. Okay, here's more milk tea. So the last one I got was Earl Grey. This is royal milk tea. Oh, it says it's Sakura flavor. And this is in Japanese, so I can't read any of this. But it's 10 sticks of royal milk tea. I'm very confused what Sakura flavor is. I didn't think I got that flavor. But if it wasn't Japanese, you know, I could have made a mistake. The Sakura, I'm pretty sure, means cherry blossom. So cherry blossom flavor might be like a light cherry flavor. It could be delicious, but I got 2 different brands, 2 different flavors. Thought, you know, see what I like. Maybe get more in the future. So it's my royal milk tea. You can see the packets from the side and why they call them sticks. But I'm pretty sure they're like little powder packets. Okay, these are, oh, interesting. The English translation is sweetheart cake, but they're called wife cakes. It's that same brand from before, Daoshangcun. These are really simple, sweet, round bing. With sesame seeds on top. The brownish part is like a very gently sweet glaze. they're just sort of a simple sweet pastry, I guess is what I'd call them. I don't think they have like a special flavor. If there is brown sugar, the special flavor is brown sugar, so it's delicious. And these, I believe, are a northern thing. I think you find these more in the north of China than in the south, which is where I lived. I lived in northern China. So here is the second package of the green rice black sesame cakes. Oh man, I have so many good snacks here, guys. Okay, this one. This is not something I'm familiar with. But yeah, zhuzhangbing. So it's, or zhuzhanggao, so this is, I've never eaten anything that looked like this, but I was, just scrolling through anything that said black sesame. It's a flavor that I really like. So I saw this and I thought, let's try it. It said it's from Sichuan. That's Western China. So, if it tastes like black sesame, I'm gonna like it. But I am very curious because I've never eaten anything that looks like this. And this I got for nostalgia purposes. So this has sesame, but it's not black sesame. These are kind of like Rice Krispie treats. You can see it's a puffed flour situation. They're thick. So these, I could buy these anywhere I went in China. I think they were in every store, every snack store. And they're really simple. They're a little sweet. They're delicious. They have a really nice texture. And they're just junk food. They're not, but I would buy these when traveling because it was like good long bus ride snack food. Something simple on the stomach that wasn't gonna get me sick, sweet, easy. So yeah, just like good car ride junk food. So these I bought for nostalgia because I haven't had one in years and I ate a lot while I was on the road. Okay, so those are all of my many snacks. It's really a shame that I can't invite anyone over to share them with me because I'm excited to try all of them. Make myself some hot milk tea with some hot milk. Do it properly. Do it the way I like. Yeah. Oh man, what goodies here. Okay, well, I hope you are having a lovely evening.